I'm not going to waste your time. This is the complete guide on how to dominate as a defender. Whether you're a center back, full back, or even someone who plays multiple positions, this video is going to help you take control of your game and stand out on the pitch. And even if you don't strictly play in defense, maybe you're a midfielder or even a striker, a lot of what we're going to cover will still make you a better all-around player. Because at its core, defending is about intelligence, anticipation, and grit, things that every player can benefit from. Now, before we talk about how to dominate, let's make sure we understand what it really means to be a defender. Because let's be honest, a lot of players, and even some coaches, still think defending is just about tackling or clearing the ball. But modern defending is so much more than that. The game has evolved. Today's defenders are expected to do everything: read the game, win duels, organize their team, and even help build attacks. Look at players like Virgil van Dijk, Ruben Dias, or Joško Gvardiol. These guys aren't just defenders, they're leaders, playmakers, and problem solvers all in one. At the heart of it, your job as a defender is to protect your team's goal. Simple, right? But how you do that is complex. You have to anticipate danger before it even happens, communicate constantly with your teammates, and physically impose yourself when needed. You're the foundation your team is built on. If you dominate your position, your whole team plays with more confidence and freedom. If you don't, well, everything can fall apart pretty quickly. So how do you become that rock-solid defender? I like to break it down into 3 core pillars: positioning, anticipation, and timing. Master these 3 and you'll separate yourself from 90% of other defenders. Let's dive into each one step by step. Pillar 1, positioning. Positioning is everything. It's the difference between making defending look easy and constantly chasing the play. Good positioning means you're already in the right spot before the danger even comes. Here's the thing, a lot of players focus too much on reacting instead of preventing. They wait until the attacker has the ball at their feet before they start defending. By that point, it's too late. You're scrambling, sliding, and relying on last-ditch tackles. Elite defenders rarely need to do that because they position themselves correctly from the start. Think of positioning like playing chess. You have to be thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead. Where is the ball likely to go next? Where will the attacker try to move? Who's making a run behind you? One key rule is stay goal side, meaning always keep yourself between the attacker and your goal. It sounds basic, but you'd be surprised how many players get caught on the wrong side because they were ball watching or switched off for half a second. Also, keep a good distance from the attacker. Not too close that you can get beaten easily, but not so far that they have time to turn and make a play. I call this the arm's length rule. Close enough to touch them with your arm if you reached out, but not so close you get spun around. Here's a simple drill to improve your positioning. Grab a friend or teammate and play 1 versus 1s in a small area. Your only focus, stay goal side and keep them from getting a clean shot. Don't dive in, don't lunge, just focus on your body shape and movement. This will train your awareness and patience in real game situations. Pillar 2, anticipation. If positioning is about being in the right spot, anticipation is about being there before anyone else even realizes the danger is coming. Great defenders don't just see what's happening, they see what's about to happen. Watch a player like Thiago Silva. Even at his age, he's still one of the best defenders in the world. Why? Because he reads the game better than almost anyone. While younger, faster players rely on athleticism, he relies on intelligence. To improve your anticipation, start by scanning constantly. Don't just watch the ball, look at the whole picture. Check over your shoulder, see where the attackers are, and track your teammates' positions. This will give you the information you need to react faster. Here's a tip. Pay attention to the body language of attackers. Most players telegraph their next move without even realizing it. A drop of the shoulder, a quick glance before a pass, the way they open their body. These are all little clues that tell you what they're about to do. The more you practice noticing these signs, the easier it becomes to predict their actions. You can train anticipation off the pitch too. Watch professional matches, but don't just watch casually like a fan. Pause the game before a big moment and try to predict what's about to happen. Where will the ball go? Which player will make a run? This mental training sharpens your football IQ, so when you're on the pitch, your decisions become automatic. The final pillar is timing, and this is where defenders either shine or give away penalties and free kicks. You can have perfect positioning and read the game like a pro, but if your timing is off, you'll still get beaten. Timing is about knowing when to make your move, when to tackle, when to step up, and when to hold your ground. Here's a common mistake: defenders who dive in too early. They lunge for the ball, miss, and suddenly they're out of the play completely. Good attackers love this because it makes their job easy. Instead, focus on patience. Shadow the attacker, force them into uncomfortable positions, and wait for the exact moment when they take a heavy touch or expose the ball. That's when you step in. When you do tackle, go in strong and clean. Make it decisive. Even if you don't win the ball, make sure you slow down the attack enough for your teammates to recover. A great drill for timing is 1 versus 1 delay and tackle. Set up a small area with a defender and an attacker. The attacker's goal is to dribble past, while your goal as the defender is to delay and then tackle at the right moment. Focus on staying patient, staying balanced, and pouncing when the time is right. This is something that separates good defenders from great ones. Communication. You could be the most talented defender on the pitch, but if you don't talk to your teammates, you're limiting your entire backline. Defenders have the best view of the game. You see everything in front of you, so it's your job to guide the players ahead of you. Constantly shout instructions: who's marking who, when to press, when to drop. It doesn't have to be complicated. Even simple commands like man on, step up, or switch make a huge difference. And don't just talk when things go wrong. Encourage your teammates, hype them up, and keep the energy positive. A loud, confident defender makes everyone around them play better. Modern defenders aren't just there to stop attacks, they're also key to starting them. The days of just booting the ball upfield are over. Now you need to be comfortable in possession. Work on your first touch, your passing range, and your composure under pressure. A simple thing you can start doing is practicing passes with both feet against a wall every single day. Mix in short passes, long passes, and one-touch passes. When you receive the ball in a game, don't panic. Take a quick scan before it arrives so you already know your next move. This will make you calmer and allow you to play like a true modern defender. Defending isn't glamorous. You won't always get the highlight reels or the flashy goals, but trust me, when you dominate as a defender, you change games. You give your team confidence, you frustrate attackers, and you become the backbone of every victory. Remember the 3 pillars: positioning, anticipation, and timing. Master these, and you'll stand out every single match. Add in strong communication, leadership, and composure on the ball, and you'll go from being just another player to being the defender everyone trusts. So don't wait, start working on these skills today, because once you master the art of defending, you won't just be stopping goals, you'll be controlling the entire game, and that's how you truly dominate as a defender.